Coming up on Good Morning Richmond, Central Virginia honoring the Americans who made the ultimate sacrifice to our country. How you can pay your respects this Memorial Day. A child jumps into a pool, stays underwater for 3 whole minutes before a neighbor pulls him out and brings him back to life. This morning we watch as the boy's mom meets her son's rescuer for the first time. And in Texas, parents press the president to take legislative action on gun safety as they get ready to bury their children. More on Biden's trip to Uvalde. Plus,
Tyler is advising he is in the room full of victims at this moment.
New video and audio that could give us insight into the timeline of the tragedy.
Good Morning Richmond starts now.
Good morning, Richmond. 6 o'clock on this Monday, Memorial Day. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm John Rogers. Delaney Hall has the day off. So does meteorologist Emily Kay. So it's just the bro show. Me and Matt holding down the fort. Let's go start this Monday off right. How's it going, Matt?
Well, starting off pretty good out there, John. We are looking at clear skies this morning. We are at 65 degrees here in Richmond. Some of you a little bit warmer, some of you a little bit cooler. But the nice thing is we're all seeing quiet conditions. Here we go. 63 in Ashland, 60 in Petersburg. We look out to the east, 70 Williamsburg, upper 50s Crew and Farmville, even 57 in Louisa and 60 right now in Emporia. Viper real-time satellite showing a lack of clouds overhead. We might find a fair weather cloud or two today. That's really about it. Hot weather for the next couple of days. See those storms out north of Omaha moving toward Minneapolis? That system could bring us the risk of storms in here by Thursday. So until then, dry, sunny, and hot. All right, forecast today, 68 degrees. As John said, it is Memorial Day. Looking at 87 degrees at the lunch hour. Near 90 today, but not super humid. I think that's probably the best news that I can really tell you. But the humidity will increase over the next couple of days, and that's going to make it feel kind of ugly. All right, time out for Traffic Tracker 8. Here we go. Things looking really good out there. Just a couple of updates for you. This marker right here, which is the tractor-trailer crash at 60 and 295, that seems to have cleared up. This is a brand new marker. This looks like it's close to 288 and 95. So I'm going to find out more about that in just a second. Let's bring up our traffic cameras for you this morning. You can see that we are looking pretty good out there, which is great stuff. Not a whole lot of traffic, as you can expect. Your drive times, Petersburg to downtown Richmond, 21 minutes. Here's John Rogers now with our news.
Thank you so much. On this Memorial Day, we're remembering those in the military who gave their lives fighting for our freedom. Several ceremonies are happening across Central Virginia today. 8 News reporter Sabrina Shutters is live at the Virginia War Memorial ahead of the official ceremony for the Commonwealth. Good morning, Sabrina.
You're watching 8 News. News where you live.
All right, hello everyone, and it is Memorial Day Monday. I want to thank all those who have served our country, but always remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice, and we thank their families as well, and we sympathize with them, of course. 65 degrees outside right now. Oh boy, oh boy, what a beautiful looking morning out there. It's a live shot, by the way, of the Virginia War Memorial outside amphitheater, where we are seeing some preparations underway for a ceremony that'll begin at 11 o'clock this morning. And as Sabrina Shutter said all morning, it's expected to be very packed. 65 in Ashland, 65 also Richmond, low 60s in Crew, 61 in Farmville, looking at 67 out toward West Point and Tappahannock, 64 right now in Petersburg. Clear skies, might find a fair weather cloud today, so let's break down that forecast. Sunny skies at 9 o'clock, 75, 88, mostly sunny at 1, looking for a high today of 90. Tomorrow and Wednesday, mid-90s, heat index, upper 90s to near 100. Late day storms Thursday, breaking that heat. I'll be back in 2 minutes with Traffic Tracker 8. Stay right there. All right, things looking pretty good out there. If you are heading out right now, all green on 95, 64, Powhite, Chippenham, Hull Street, Broad Street, looking good. No problem on Midlothian Turnpike. The markers you see are all just stalled vehicles, not blocking any lanes of traffic, so we're moving smoothly. In fact, you could see, very little activity out there. Not a whole lot of people on the roads this morning. It's a holiday. People are relaxing at home. Here's your drive times. If you're taking 95 from Petersburg to downtown Richmond, 22 minutes. If you're going from Ashland to downtown using 95, 15 minutes. We're back in a half hour.
8 News starts now with your Storm Tracker 8 forecast first.
Hello everyone, I'm Storm Tracker 8 meteorologist Matt DiNardo with your forecast first. And today is Memorial Day. A lot of stuff going on maybe in your neighborhood, like this at the Virginia War Memorial, where we had a ceremony, remembrance ceremony just a little while ago. 86 degrees outside right now. Many of you in the middle to upper 80s at this time. And that temperature is going to climb today easily to near 90 in a few locations. So get ready for a hot one as we go into the afternoon. But hotter weather, more humid weather ahead. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let's get John Rogers now for your news of the afternoon.
You're watching 8 News, news where you live.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for 8 News at noon. I'm John Rogers. Now to the Memorial Day travel rush as millions of Americans are flying and hitting the roads as the mad dash home begins. But as Rena Roy reports, cancellations and delays are slowing down many of their returns.
8 News starts now with your Storm Tracker 8 forecast first.
Oh, it's a hot one out there, friends. Storm Tracker 8 Chief Meteorologist John Burnett. We are sitting at 95 degrees outside right now. We're going to stay in the low 90s till almost about 7 o'clock. And as we go through the evening hours, we'll drop quickly through the 80s. Should head down towards 79 by 10 p.m. Overnight low temperature is 70. Just pull forecast out of the copy machine. It'll be the exact same thing for tomorrow, but there are changes coming. We'll talk about it next on 8 News at 5.
Now on 8 News. 2 women who went over Bossier's Dam in Richmond still missing tonight. The latest on how authorities are searching the water. Hear from loved ones hoping for the best as we dig into what led up to the incident that sent a dozen people into dangerous waters. Governor Glenn Youngkin signs bills that could help working families in Virginia. The administration's next steps to fix the broken unemployment system and expand paid family leave.
You're watching 8 News, news where you live.
The search continues for 2 women who went over Bossier's Dam in Richmond yesterday that are still missing. You're watching 8 News at 5. I'm Deanna Allbrittin.
I'm Eric Phillips. This was the view of the scene from the 8 News drone yesterday afternoon. You can see several inflatables tied up in the dam.
Police say the 2 missing women are 23-year-old Lauren Winstead and 28-year-old Sarah Irway, who you see here. Search and rescue efforts continued early this morning.
We have live team coverage on what we know so far. 8 News reporters Olivia Jaquith and Autumn Childress are standing by with more on the women still missing. But first, reporter Nicole Dansler is live on scene with the latest on the search. Nicole.
That does it for 8 News at 5:30. Stay tuned. 8 News at 6 is next.
8 News starts now with your Storm Tracker 8 forecast first.
Hi, friends. Storm Tracker 8 Chief Meteorologist John Burnett. Temperatures warming up to the mid-90s today across the area. Fair, little sticky tonight. Overnight lows down to around 70 degrees. You got 2 more days of toasty temperatures. Then a cool down's headed your way. We'll talk all about it next on 8 News at 6.
A group takes off on a ride down the James River, but it quickly takes a turn for the worse. The rushing water sending them tumbling over a dam. Now 2 women are still missing more than 24 hours later. Tonight we have team coverage breaking down what went wrong as we hear from loved ones of the victims. The Commonwealth is hoping to expand family leave for Virginians. How a new law will create a pathway for private employers to offer the benefit to those who need it.
8 News at 6 starts now.
A trip down the river takes a terrifying turn. A group of 12 going over Bossier's Dam, dropping down into the churning water. Our drone capturing aerial footage of their floats and paddle boards caught at the bottom. Thanks for joining us for 8 News at 6. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Deanna Allbrittin. The hours continue to drag on as crews search the water for the 2 missing women. 23-year-old Lauren Winstead and 28-year-old Sarah Irway were the only ones not rescued from the river yesterday afternoon. Loved ones now grappling with how a day out on the water could go so wrong and grieving along with their families.
As a mother, there's a huge hole in her heart.
She has been full of life. So it wasn't surprising that she was out there enjoying life out there on the James River.
Coverage. We have team coverage tonight on this river accident. 8 News reporters Olivia Jaquith and Autumn Childress are standing by with what we know about these 2 women. And of course, Nicole Danzler has been all day long following up on the latest on this search. Now, we're coming up on 26 hours since both women went missing in the James River.
8 News starts now with your Storm Tracker 8 forecast first.
Hello, friends. Storm Tracker 8 Chief Meteorologist John Vernier. Another toasty day headed your way tomorrow. We're going to start the day off. Temperatures around 77 degrees with sunshine. Look at this by the lunch hour. Headed up towards 90 and another day, mostly sunny skies, maybe a stray shower off to the west of us, and around 94 degrees. A full look at the forecast is coming your way next on 8 News at 11.
Now on 8 News at 11, the search continues for 2 women after a group of people went over a dangerous dam in the James River. Tonight, new details on the hazard this dam poses.
How difficult is it to swim out of these things?
It's near impossible.
Where things go from here as crews prepare for a 3rd day of searching. A 4-year-old struggling to stay above water for more than 3 minutes when a neighbor comes to the rescue. How this Good Samaritan knew when to jump into action to save a young life.
Today's top stories and your Storm Tracker 8 weather in the first 8 minutes. 8 News starts now.
The search for 2 missing women in the James River pauses for another night, set to resume in the morning.
Sarah Irway and Lauren Winstead have not been seen since yesterday afternoon. They went over Bossier's Dam along with 10 other people. You're watching 8 News at 11. I'm Deanna Allbrittin.
I'm Eric Phillips. Tonight, questions remain about whether this group should have been allowed in the water when it was at such a dangerously high level.
8 News reporter Ben Dennis has been following along with the investigation tonight. He's live along the James River in Richmond with the latest. Ben.
Eric, Dana, as you just mentioned, authorities tell us that they have put the search on hold for tonight, set to resume early tomorrow morning. We have been looking into this investigation and into Richmond City Hall policy when it comes to being on the James River. Did this group have a permit, and is it even still a requirement? Well, before we get into that, we wanted to share with you some of that emergency traffic over the police scanners from Monday afternoon.
8 News starts now with breaking news.
Just into the newsroom, Richmond fire crews are working to rescue a group of people who went over a dam this afternoon. You're watching 8 News at 5. I'm Eric Phillips. Deanna is off tonight. 8 News reporter Nicole Danzler is live at the scene with what we know so far. Nicole. I believe that the meteorological term he used was ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
yes.
the 90 degrees. Then we have to ugh.
Yes.
Steamy, toasty, and ugh.
And then it cools off a bit. Or a lot, a fair bit, as I say.
It'll be refreshing.
We'll see you tomorrow.